Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So what I thought we would do today is do these, I think all three of them are dragons, I think. And I have mixed up 14 ounces of 1:1 resin. And I'm going to measure out, I think this one I'm going to do 3 ounces. So I'm going to do 90 grams for that one. And then I'm going to measure these out and then I'm going to put it in the debubbler. Because I really don't think he's going to take 90. You know what? Let's do 70. Because I think that's going to be more than what he's going to need. I think he's probably only going to do, well, we're doing 71.2. And then in him, we're going to use this Let's Resin Chameleon Powder Plum. And I'm going to mix it in the resin today. The next one, I think I'm going to do 90 grams for him. Because he'll probably need it and he might need a little more. We'll see. I think 90 grams is going to be plenty to fill him up. Okay. Well, he's getting 92. Okay. And for him, I'm going to use this chameleon powder. It's CHBL22. It's a green that I got from Temu. And then for this guy, I think he'll need 90, but I'm going to go 100. And he still may need more than that. But that's why we have extra. The mold looks big, but there's a lot of just space down in there. All right, let's get us a few stir sticks here. And with him, move that out of the way, we're going to use the Let's Resin Chameleon Powder Violet. And I'm just going to mix all of these up into the resin. Okay. Look at that green. It's kind of clumpy. I hope that breaks up. It seems awfully hard. This is why I usually don't buy pigments from Temu. We'll see how that does. I think he's going to end up lumpy. We'll have mica powder floating around. Alright guys, let's see what, it's like a bluish green. I'm just going to mix them up a little bit so you can see the colors. That's the plum. And then I'll finish mixing off camera. Oh, it's a pretty color. It's got a blue-green tint to it. Okay, and this one is the violet. And pretty. Alright guys, I'm going to finish mixing these up, get them in the debubbler, and I'll see you back shortly. Alright guys, so I just got these out of the debubbler. So let's, I've got something on my shoulder. Let's pour them into our molds. There's some little areas down in there that I want to make sure gets resin. Because this one, it looks like he's got spikes up his back. You see that bubble just come out of there? I'm going to see if I can squeeze it around a little bit. I filled him too full, I believe. There's a bubble. And there's another one. Well, there's a few bubbles coming out of there. Okay. Now let's do, this one's got a few places down in there too I need to squeeze. It looks more like his hands and things though, and maybe around his head. So I'm not going to make the mistake I did on that one. And we're going to leave us some room. Okay. Now, I'm just going to, yeah, see those big bubbles coming out of his head? There's another one. I think that was his arm. Yeah, there's his arms. I got his chin. I think that's the only places down in him he looks like might need that. Okay. See if we can finish filling him up. I'm going to have a little extra on all of these, I believe. Now, this guy, he's got a little hole down in there. I'm not sure what that is, but we're going to squeeze him too. Okay. He looks like he is laying down with his head up in the air. So maybe that's his tail down in there. I don't see any bubbles coming out, so I'm going to assume it's got everything down in there. Finish filling this guy up. Oh, he's the only one I think that's going to use all the color. He scraped the cup. I think if I can get everything out of here, he's going to have just enough. I think I'm going to have to put just a little more in him. That's all I'm going to get out of that cup. Okay. We've got plenty of these others left. So let's take some of this red and see if we can just finish filling him up. Ooh. Okay, it didn't take much, did it? Now I've got him. These leveling tables are never quite level. I've overflowed him. So now I've got to take a little out. Okay, I think we're good there. Now let's see about this guy and his bubbles. I think I could put a little bit more in him. Get him to dome a little bit. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing with these molds. Okay. Now, since we got some left, let's just pour this around. We'll have a few extras today. Oops, sorry guys, didn't mean to bump the camera. I believe if there's ever a video that I don't bump the camera, you guys would be shocked. I'd be shocked. Okay. Now let's get this green and do it the same way. I don't know how these are going to mix, how they'll look, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, now what I want to do is just pour clear down in there. And this is just 60 grams of clear. And I think we'll fill that up. Okay, I need a little stick under him too. Leveling tables lie. And I'm just going to go around the edges here to make sure it's all the way over there. And that needs under there a little bit more, I think. And then I need one here. Now let's see if we can get just a little bit more in there. Okay, I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to mix the rest of this back into this cup that has the other 4 ounces in it. Can't believe we guessed that well. I'm filling those dinosaurs up. I had someone last year to ask me to make dinosaurs. So I finally got some dinosaur molds that I got off of Temu. And that's what we did today. Hopefully we can paint these up and decorate them and have them looking really cute. Alright guys, I gotta do something with this resin. It's too hot. I'll see you guys back for the next video. See the turtle? see you guys when, well, I won't see you for the next video. I'll see you when it's time to demold these. Hey guys, so these are all cured. Let's get them demolded and see what they look like. And then if they're cute, we'll paint them all up. It's got a little green in there, a little drop. I love that little mold. Amazon. Okay. This little turtle. I know this mold came from Temu. I'll probably decorate his little shell. He's got a little face, or at least lips I can see. And eyes. Okay, and our last extra. This I think is going to look cool. I like how the colors did. This is from Lindasresin. Gorgeous molds. Discount code for 20% off their molds in the description. Got a little green here. Okay, I do like that. A little different. Okay, let's start with the baby and go to the big daddy there. Oh, got a couple of holes on the bottom. And that's where I didn't squeeze it after I filled it completely up on the end down here. Well, I can fix him up. We'll paint him on a little face. He's cute. Smooth on the bottom, no trimming for him. And these are matte molds. Usually pink molds are matte molds. Uh-oh, I think a tooth just fell off. Great, I broke a tooth. Okay, yeah, right there. I'm going to have to fix that. Otherwise, he didn't have any bubbles. Be careful demolding his mouth if you get this. Wonder if we can get down in there and paint that little tongue. Alrighty. That actually, from Temu, that actually worked out better than I thought it would with all those clumps in there. Okay. Now this one. See, I thought he was laying down with his little butt in the air. Isn't that cute? Now, he does need a little trimming. No bubbles. Awesome. On his fingers. Yep, I'm going to have to fix those too. Alright guys, I am going to paint these up and use some UV resin and fix some of these spots. We'll do that in a time lapse for you. And then I'll post a picture after, and I will see you guys back for the next video. Bye.